Right. So welcome to our intro for the virtual run group. The name of our Beachbody team, and so we decided to call the virtual race and group that as well. Sam is another Beachbody coach who is also a professional running coach and personal trainer. So we had the idea to team up and create this group, and like the excitement for it has been so amazing. I've been thinking about doing a runners only group honestly for 2 years, and I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. But I think with obviously all the races not happening right now and everything, it was really the perfect time to finally do it. And as a lot of you guys know, I've for many years have created like a hybrid plan of running with Beachbody programs. And while that's awesome, and I really do recommend in general that people go through it from start to finish. I also think it's really cool that we're going to be doing just some of the best workouts from different programs that will really, just the workouts that we think are going to be the most beneficial to you as a um, so yeah, we're super pumped. First, I'll introduce myself for those who are new to me or to the group in general, and then Sam will introduce herself, and then we're gonna just talk a little bit more about like what's gonna happen over these next 6 weeks, and then Sam's gonna explain like what those if he's read the training plan, what the acronyms mean, because even I had to ask what some of them meant. So we'll explain that, and then we'll open it for questions. So I'm Nicole Dobransky, and I've been a Beachbody coach for it'll be 4 years next month. I've been a runner since, I guess, 2009. I ran my first half marathon to get over a boyfriend. And then I didn't really get into running until a year and a half later when I met my husband, and he was a runner. And I decided to try to break 2-hour half marathon. And that is where the competitive juices got going, and I became addicted to just getting better and faster. And that's actually when I got introduced to Beachbody. Was back then I did the program P90X, and I had the best results of my life. I had been like a yo-yo dieter, and I gained a lot of weight in my and then in college I was totally yo-yo dieting. I did P90X, and it changed everything for me. So that kind of started me getting into endurance, and I went on to I've run 7 marathons and like 20 something half marathons. I've done a full Ironman. But I circled back to Beachbody after I had my daughter in 2015, and I knew I needed to lose the baby weight, and I knew the programs were great. So I went back, and that's when I discovered 21 Day Fix, which, as you guys know, if you're familiar with that program, just so efficient for 30 minutes. I was in that mindset that like you had to do an hour workout, and I was like totally skeptical that I could get great results, but I fell in love with that program, and that's when I decided to start sharing it with other people as a coach. And I've continued I started my blog, fitnessfatale.com, which a lot of you guys connected with me through back when I did P90X. And I've continued to just kind of share my journey. I love writing. I've shared through my pregnancies. I've shared everything on there. So it's always just been something I love, and it's connected me to so many amazing people. I'm so thankful for just the internet, honestly, to connect me to all of you guys. And yeah, so I've basically done almost every program combined with running that there is. And I am not a running coach, but I have had a lot of experience. I'm one of those people that I research the heck out of everything that I'll ever do. So when I first got into running, I was just obsessed with researching everything about it. I self-coached myself to 26 seconds off of a BQ using like this book that I found. And so I've always been really interested in learning how to get faster, how to do all that. And honestly, when I thought about becoming a running coach, and an opportunity with Beachbody just made more sense because they create the programs and I get to support everyone through them. So that's kind of where I ended up here. So I'd love for Sam to give us a little bit more of your story. You want to go? Oh, wait, you're muted.
Sorry. I am so excited that all of you are here. part of this program. I've been a runner since I was 14, and running for me has always been an outlet for stress. When I went into the military in 2003, running was my safe place, my safe haven. I actually did not start running races besides high school and stuff like that until competitively until after I had my daughter in 2016. And funny enough, I did a half marathon as a training run, and then I went straight to the 50K distance. So I am an ultra runner at heart. And for me, coming onto Beachbody, I have been a personal trainer for over 10 years. And when Nicole introduced me to Beachbody, it made sense and it was efficient. And that's been the biggest change for me, doing shorter distances as well as 50Ks, 50 milers, and 100 milers. I've seen improvements in my running speed, strength, endurance across the board. And so I've been super excited. Like Nicole, I started with 21 Day Fix, fell in love with it. Took me a little while to hybrid it with my running plan. And then, Morning Meltdown, 6 weeks of the work, 4 weeks of the prep, they've all just, I love them so much because there's so many parts to them that go straight into running. And thankfully, Amwala Caesar talks about, he has a 100 miler ultra marathoner in 4 weeks of the prep. So it's awesome. Let's see, kind of got off on a tangent, sorry. So going into the running plan itself, does anyone have, should I ask for any questions yet, Nicole?
Why don't you just explain kind of like maybe go over why you chose the 3 days a week and then adding the cardio workouts, and then just explain what the speed work, like the notes basically that we put at the bottom.
So I chose 3 days a week, as even when I was training for 100 miles, I never went above 5 days a week. That included my strength training. So for me, it's all about efficiency. It's all about quality over quantity. And the 3 workouts that I've put in there from a running standpoint are going to ensure that you have the endurance, that you are going to build the speed work, build speed over time, get faster, get stronger. And then we really wanted to focus and make sure you guys were recovering well as well, also. So putting in those workouts from Beachbody to help you also build strength, endurance, and get stronger and faster. Let me pull up real quick, sorry. So hold on just a second, I'm in the wrong spot. Okay. So week 1 is getting us introduced to kind of the way that I train myself and all of my running clients. Tuesday with the speed work, it's pretty straightforward. Most everyone has that warm up, getting your body ready. I hadn't told you this yet, Nicole, but I'm going to be posting some videos of things you can do in that warm-up time also, versus just running a mile, things that'll get your legs ready. And so I'm going to post some videos later today and tomorrow to help you guys with that. But so let's see. So I'm running most of this off of rate of perceived exertion. So this is very individualized to each of you. Um, each of us runs different paces, and one pace for someone feels completely different for someone else. And so you're going to see in there RPEs. And when you're working hard, I want you guys to be at an 8 or 9, where you can maybe say 1 or 2 words. On that recovery, you're able to say like a full sentence. So you slow it down, you allow your body and your heart rate to recover before you go back into that next interval. Race pace, if you guys don't know what your race pace is, which is the RP, that's okay. We can, if you're just starting out, go off of this first workout and see what the RPE of 8 or 9 feels like. And that's kind of where you're gonna go off of to start with.
Basically, that would be like running hard. Basically, like you just feel like it's hard.
It's hard, but it's not max effort.
Yeah, you like not sprinting.
So max effort is completely breathless. You should not be able to say one word. Even, yeah, you should, that's a 10. So this is where you can say 1 or 2 words. For easy runs, and then, so on Wednesday you have an easy run with a strength and power workout afterwards. You can do one of 2 things. You can do these back to back, which I personally like doing. It taxes the system, but it also allows for you to fuel your body properly right after and recover well. Or you can break it up. Your run can be in the morning, or your strength and power can be in the morning, and run can be in the afternoon, or the workout can be in the afternoon. It's really up to you. But personally, I like to do them back to back. We've built in recovery workouts, and then Saturdays are for those longer run days. With our 5K group, that's just going to be a steady long run. You're working on building the endurance to make it through that 5K because it's more of a beginner program. With the 10K and half marathon programs, you'll see at the bottom that their ER equals endurance run, and that's an easier run. You're able to say a full sentence still, down to 2 to 3 word sentences. And then you're going to work into what's called a steady state run, where you're going to pick it up to about a 7 out of 10 scale. So you're going to push it for a little while, and then you're going to recover, and then you're going to push it, and then you recover. And what this is going to do, what that does in the middle of a run, is it helps your running engine work better. You learn how to work harder on tired legs, and the end result is a more efficient race. So I think that has covered most of it. Nicole, did I miss anything?
I don't think so. Yeah, for the 5K, we specifically didn't do any double workout days. So we just did 1 workout per day. And then we see on the intermediate and the half that we do 2 a day. And of course, this is totally up to you. So if you're like, I'm good with just 1, then just do the 1. So if it's a run and something else, then I would say just do the run, because there's only 2 runs a week. But I'm going to try to do it. I'm excited to try to do, I've never done like back-to-back run immediately into a workout, but I'm going to try to go for it. We'll see if it works with.
It takes a little getting used to, but you will feel a big difference. I don't know. I feel like it's helped me tremendously.
Yeah. Does anyone have any questions? Does anyone not have a running watch and they're concerned about how they're going to track the time or anything?
I have a question, not about the watch, because I'm brand new to this language. So like, for instance, on the 10K speed work, So it says 1M. That's one. What does the M stand for?
Mile.
1 mile. Okay, so 1 mile warm up. And
Yes.
so it's 4 60 seconds at 8 to 9. And then you're going to do, in between each 60 seconds, you're going to do 90 seconds of the easier one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And then I think we're gonna, on Monday nights, she's gonna, before the speed workout, she'll provide, I think, more of an explanation maybe.
I will break it all down so that you know exactly what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you recommend, so I still have 2 weeks left of the work that I'm doing. Do you recommend skipping another workout on like the Tuesday day, or like, and only doing a run, or is it okay to do 2 workouts that day as well?
So you're going to be in week 5?
Yeah.
Starting this week. So Tuesday will be your leg day. Monday would be your upper body day. If you're going to be sore in a whole new way with that leg workout on Tuesday and the speed workout. But the way that he has it set, I think you would be fine because you've already been used to doing his workouts.
Yeah. For you though, Shelly, I would say for this first, I don't know, I'd say have you been running recently?
No.
I would say maybe you shouldn't do the speed workout the first week. You should just run because I think you might be sore just from running 3 miles.
Yeah, I'm going to get out today and see how far I can run.
And I can help you tailor it too, Shelly, this week so that we can make it work. Okay. So that you can still try and maybe even just trying part of the speed workout and seeing how much you get through will be beneficial.
Someone else asked, if I don't have much of a base. I would say if you don't have much of a base, I think for the 5, what do you think for the 5K speed workout? It's only, if people don't have much of a base, do you think the 5K first speed workout should be okay? Because it's not.
So when you're super beginner and not used to running even the lengths of time, that recovery time can be walking. Does that make sense? So it's not necessarily going to be a run, jogging, recovery. It can be walking until you get yourself back down to where you feel ready to go into that. And if you, and the big thing is print this out so that you can log it each week and make notes as to what you're doing so that each week you're going to see yourself, okay, now I'm able to jog in week 3 or week 4. Those recoveries versus walking. And if you don't feel ready, if you feel like you need more recovery time, take more recovery time before going back into that next interval too. So this is not set in stone. If you need the recovery time, and I'm going to make notes of that on Monday night too, to let you know that, you can extend it another 30 seconds, 60 seconds before you go back in. And you're still going to get the same, because you're still getting the work in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I bet your pace is going to go, you'll probably, the first time you do the interval where since she does perceived effort, you might find that your pace actually isn't that much faster than your easy because you're just getting into it. But then with time, you're going to get better, more efficient. So the first week, just try to maybe just pick up the pace somewhat and then ease into it.
Yes.
So if you don't have a watch, I would say, there's a few options. You can run with your phone, and I've done this because I lost my watch for a few weeks. And depending on the length of the interval, I would set the timer for, first of all, if you download the Strava app, you can use that to record your run so that you know how far you went. But we purposely did the runs based on time. So, you can use just the timer on your phone. I did it where I set it for, if the interval was 5 minutes, I would do 5 minutes, and I would just set the timer and then put it in my running belt or carry it. And then it would go off and I would know to stop running. Or you could get a stopwatch if you don't have a Garmin watch. Does anyone know of any other way that would be?
Do you know about like, I have an Apple Watch. Is there a strap? Does anybody have an Apple Watch that they run with?
I don't have one, but you should be able to do, what version is it?
A 4.
Okay, you should be able to do most, I think everything the same as on a Garmin. It should even download to Strava.
Okay.
Yeah. And then for people, so Jacqueline asked if you still have 2 weeks left of Bar Blend and doing the 5K and have not been running. She said, would you recommend doing the bar workouts on top of the other workouts or just doing the bar with running? So I would say if you're already doing a program and you want to finish it, I'm still on the fence. I'm halfway through 10 rounds, same thing. I would say to continue, if you want to continue your program, don't do the other workouts we've given you.
Right.
Do the runs and then do your bar or whatever you have. And if you're feeling like, I don't know which workout to do today, I would pick the run and then just extend the program out. So say you have 2 weeks of Bar Blend left, maybe it'll take you 2.5 weeks to get through Bar Blend and then you'll join in with us. Kind of how you're feeling. That's what I would say. Oh, and then she also asked about using Recover and Energize. So Energize is meant to be used right before your workout. You want to consume it within like 20, you want to drink it and then you want to wait a little bit, like 15 minutes, I would say at least, to wait till you do your workout. And you'll notice, first of all, you might feel a little bit of tingle. You'll most likely feel tingling in your like ears the first time you use it, but it goes away. It's the
beta-alanine.
Beta-alanine, and it does that for a lot of people, not everyone, but most people, you'll feel that. But you will notice that you feel good during your workout when you have Energize. It'll help you push harder, and I do it before my runs too. So I would have it before either of those. You don't want to take it like literally 5 minutes before. You want to wait a little bit, but don't take it too far ahead because then you'll lose the.
And if you're doing an afternoon run, don't take it. You won't go to sleep.
Yeah, it does have caffeine. So if you're sensitive to caffeine, I would say do half a scoop to start. And then the Recover, you should take that within 30 minutes. So as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, there's a window of time after your run that you want to recover and refuel your glycogen stores. So Recover has BCAAs, which help you recover, but it also has protein to help you recover. I recommend blending it with fruit so that the fruit is the glycogen that will help refuel your muscles. Worst case, you can have it with water and ice. But I do water with ice if I'm going to eat a meal right then. So like say I'm going to have breakfast, then I'll have water with ice with the Energize, and then I'll have my breakfast that has carbs in it. Make sure you have some carb right after the workout. And then if I am not going to be having a meal, I always make sure I have fruit when I blend it. And I like to do almond milk. I like the orange one, but I know other people like the chocolate. Someone said Seconds Pro is a good app for intervals too. So it's good to know. Does anyone have any other questions? I'm excited. I think I decided I'm going to do the half marathon, but I'm not going to like race the half marathon. You know what I mean? I don't really have around my house. I don't think I could, well, it'd be very hilly, but I think I'm just going to go run the distance because I think that'll be a big accomplishment for where I'm at right now. So yeah, you have the choice on race day. You can either decide to just finish the distance and whatever effort you want, or you could time yourself and test your speed and see how you do. And of course, if you have a treadmill, you can do that too. It doesn't matter. So I'm excited. And then on race day, we're going to have a window in the morning where you can do your run. And then we're going to do like a Zoom party afterwards. So just hang out, I guess. I don't know exactly. We'll come up with some activity or something. So it's not just us staring at each other.
Being like, way to go.
Yeah.
Good job, everybody. High five.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be coming. So let us know in terms of like how it's feeling this first week. That's part of the reason we didn't release the entire schedule, because we have it like going right now, but we want to make sure that you guys feel good about it. So
We want to be able to get your feedback so that we can make tweaks as we go for each of you.
Yeah. So if you were like, oh my gosh, that was way too much, I'm dying this week, which of course, if you're like, it might feel hard this first week, which is why I want you to make sure you drink the Recover. And if you need to add in foam rolling, there's like 80 Day Obsession has a 20-minute foam rolling workout that you can do. There's also like I love Revibe from Morning Meltdown, which is what I put in the group or in the first week. But I mean, if you ever have 20 minutes to add on Revibe anytime, I love adding that one on. Also, if you go to the Beachbody Yoga Studio, there's a yoga with there's 3 different recovery workouts for athletes in there, recovery yoga. There's also like 10-minute stretches in there. Yeah, you might feel like the first week feels like a lot, depending on.
As with starting any program.
Yeah.
You always have that first week soreness.
But if you're someone who's like, man, this is way too easy, what can I do to amp it up? And you need suggestions, you can let us know too.
Yes, I can always make it harder.
So yeah. Thanks, guys. If there's not any more questions, I guess we'll.
And the work and the prep come out Tuesday, right?
Oh yeah, that was some question that we purposely didn't put any workouts in this week that required the bands and the sliders, right? I think
right,
because we know that some people just ordered them. And the 4 weeks of the prep and the work release on BOD on Tuesday. So we did put one of those in because you will have access to that, which is that's my favorite program, I think, ever. So for some of you guys to try it for the first time. So yeah. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Have a good day.
To have all of you here.
Yeah. Can't wait to see your workouts tomorrow. And please, I really encourage you to share your workout with the group. Like as a coach, we can log in on the back side and see that you logged, but we don't like go on that back end as often as we do just like go through the feed. So we'd love if you would share and like tell us how the run went, how it felt, because that will give Sam especially like some great feedback on how we can help you. So the more you share, the better, and the more you cheer for everyone else, the better. So we'd love for this to be just us to be cheering for each other. Oh, and one more thing. So Beachbody On Demand is switching apps. So the My Challenge Tracker app is actually going away in a week, but it's going to be much better. It's going to actually, you're going to log in through Beachbody On Demand, and it's going to be called BOD groups. And we're going to be able, it's just the functionality is going to be way better. And I'm hoping they're going to get rid of some of the kinks that a lot of you have experienced where it doesn't sync and whatnot. So I'm really optimistic. It's just going to transfer over. So we'll definitely give you like notice that you're going to need to just, instead of going into the My Challenge Tracker app, you're going to be going into Beachbody On Demand app. And
hey, are you leaving? Are you going?
So get excited for that. All right. Everyone's saying they're excited. Have a great night or a great day wherever you are.
Bye, guys.